Thank you for the hearts. Welcome to Friday Night Live. How's everybody doing today? You all know the rules. No arguing. Hello, 709. Welcome. No arguing, no bad words, no sexual harassment. And kids, don't tell me how old you are or what games you are. If you're going to argue anybody, the first time you get time out. The second time you get kicked off of the channel. Went out and paid bills today. And got some cat food. 2 44-pound bags of cat food at Tractor Supply. And about a 20, 30-pound bag of bird seed for the birds, which is still sitting in the trunk. Man, just carrying one 44-pound bag of cat food in the house, my back was killing me, people. It was killing me. Well, I got a keyboard today for a computer. It's a HP keyboard. I was at the right place at the right time, and they threw it in the garbage can where I was at. I said, anything wrong with it? No. So, can I take it? Yeah. All I need now is a desktop computer and a camera to go with it. I got the microphone and the mouse. And went and paid my electric bill. The girl at the electric company screwed up. You know, what do you figure, the day after New Year's Day? Probably still a little hungover, I would say, but she corrected her mistake. It took maybe 15, 20 minutes to do that. Then we left the electric company, went to Arby's there. Hello, Mandy. Yeah, Mandy Danaport. How you doing? Welcome. I'm doing fine. I'm doing better than last night. I don't think you was on here last night. Man, I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and it acted like I was going to fall off of my bed. I had a little dizzy spell. That scared me. My sugar was okay, my blood pressure was okay, but something caused me to have a dizzy spell. I don't know what it is. You know, but there's a nurse on here on my YouTube. Hello, Zach. You mean subscribe to me? You can. Anybody can subscribe. Hello, Justin. How you doing? And went and paid, went to the post office. You people that was going to send me something through the post office, I ain't got it yet. Somebody else said they're going to send me something. It's not here yet, let you know. Well, I grew up some old songs, like, I don't know if any of you know Hank Williams Sr. I know you know Hank Williams Jr. You're cheating hard. That was Hank Williams Sr. back in the 50s. And another song I like is from Canada. Is Dana and Liz Dancing in the Sky. Those girls, I believe, from Canada. If you listen to Dancing in the Sky and listen to the words, that describes my mother to the T. We played it at my mom's funeral back in either 16 or 17. Dancing in the Sky. That's a great song for a funeral. It's a very nice song. Thank you, girl, Lizzie and Dana or whatever up in Canada. Canada is a nice place, people. It's a nice place. And my son, I don't know where he was at. He's coming back. And I got a feeling there's going to be a whole lot of... Hello, my friend. SK, SWK. And people who lives in California, I don't know if anybody's on here from California, or you got that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for stopping by, True 6-7. That's okay. Thank you for stopping in. Lord, I didn't know they have computers in prison. Thank you for stopping in. I don't judge you for being in prison or in a county jail. I'm never too old. People, age is just a number. Let's get back to California. And you people that lives in California, or maybe have family in California. My son showed me on the internet. If it's true or not, I don't know, but I believe it's true. You people in California. I don't know if anybody else heard it. Well, no gasoline lawnmowers, no gasoline weed eaters, chainsaws, snow blowers, and people who clean snows off with the tractors. No farm gasoline engines to plant your crops. They want you to have all battery operated lawnmowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, leaf blower. And people, I don't know if that's true or not, but knowing the past what California did, I wouldn't put it past them. And anybody from California, you're welcome to move to Indiana. Sell your house and move to Indiana or any other state. I wonder who's paying the governor of California to do that. Hello, okay, that's okay. Your friends is welcome. Your friends is welcome. And people, can you see a zero turn with batteries on it? What is California trying to do, people? You can't, like your snowboard, they're gasoline engines. Is somebody paying the governor of California off, make everybody buy battery lawnmowers, chainsaws, and what those tree trimmers gonna do in California? Hello, SWK for show. Welcome back again. What they gonna do? And you know, if they get that where they make it a law in California, that means there'd be no gasoline cars, no gasoline pickup trucks, no gasoline SUVs. What else? No trains, no 18-wheelers coming into California. That sounds like the governor of California is going to starve you people out. It's gas and diesel, people, that brings your food and clothes and computers and cell phones and all that to your people in California. I want you people in California, just think about it. I want you all to think about it. Like, when I was at RMC today, they got those EV stations there at RMC there in Sellersburg, Indiana. And that's the first one I've seen at that charging port. It was a white, I believe a white Mustang. That had a Mustang emblem on it. And people where I live, in the summertime, them EVs would be okay. You people knows it got gasoline engines with a battery to start it. What happens to them when it's ice cold outside? They won't start. They won't start unless you got a nice warm garage to keep it in. Just think about it. Canada and Alaska, there's no way you can have one of those EV battery operated vehicles in Canada and Alaska. It's too cold for batteries. You smart people knows what I'm talking about. And to replace the batteries in those EV cars, you're looking at $20,000. I don't have $20,000. I can't afford one of those EV cars. But I remember growing up, people, they had half EV and half gasoline. They need to go back to those. I guess when you under a certain speed limit, you run on your EV. When you get over a certain speed limit, you run on gasoline. That's what I remember. And I couldn't have an EV here where I live in Indiana at this time of year. It's too cold. Right now it's about 30-something outside. It is cold. And I don't have a garage to keep it in. And cold weather does drain the batteries in those EV cars. People, I got an idea. Those electric cars or golf carts or electric wheelchairs, why couldn't they put a little solar panel on it that'll charge it up when you're out there riding around? Could they do that to help charge it? Which, like I say, I'm not a mechanic on these electric vehicles, but I would not have an electric vehicle because where I live in Indiana, it drops down to the single digits, or maybe 10 degrees, 15 degrees. It is too cold for those batteries. I've talked to people that got them around here. So they just drive them in the summertime because it's warm. In the wintertime, it drains the heck out of that battery. You know, you got to run your heater in the wintertime, your defroster, stuff like that. I know you all like those EV electric vehicles, but where we live here, it's cold. And they're not going to hold up too good in the cold. You know, I've talked to, you know, some dealers. So that's the bad thing around here or Michigan, Illinois, where it's cold all the time. Hi, Tom Chili. Hello, Max. Hello, welcome. And when I went to, you know, after I paid my water bill up at Austin, I went to Walmart. I spent $160 at Walmart. I bought two 24 packs of Pepsi Zero, two things of meatloaf, two Red Baron pizza, the brick oven type. I brought some Colby cheese. To get Braunschweiger, I'm going to have to go to the JC store up at Scottsburg. I didn't see any Braunschweiger at the Walmart store. But this computer keyboard that I got, you know, it works. It works. I got an old computer. It's old. It's an OHP, and I reset it. I've been having trouble trying to get it to reload Windows. You know, it'd be nice if I could put Windows on it, but I ain't got the money to buy Windows on a memory stick or whatever you call it and hook it up and get it. But as far as my new computer I got in February of last year, I still can't get it to work because that's been not hijack. It's being held hostage until I pay the McPhee thing. You know, being held hostage, whatever that term is. I want to say hi to all the Betty Ann's, Lisa's, Kelly's, Megan's, Hot Mama, and all you good looking people. I don't know why that person, I'm going to have to go back and look, see who this idiot is, says I'm too old. Well, I might be old, but I'm settled down. I'm not like those younger people who wants to run around on your ladies or cheat on on them ladies. You know, I done sold my oats, as they say. People, age is just a number. And all my kitty cats got fed. I got one more bag, a 44-pound bag of cat food to bring in the house. It's what they call multiple cats. It's 44-pound bag at Tractor Supply. You can go to their website and you can see what I'm telling you. I spent $64 for the 2 bags, about 20 or 30 pounds for bird seed. Maybe 69 because I had $5 off. About $69 for all that. And the people that was in front of me at Tractor Supply, you hear me talk about it all the time. People who got kitty cats. You get it at Tractor Supply, you might can get it at another place. They call them horse pellets. Horse pellets bedding. Smells like pine. You use that for cat litter. You get your regular cat box, and those food places, get those large cups, and you put about 2 cups of that horse pellets into a cat box. You might have to sprinkle a little cat litter in it where they get used to it. Some cats will just go to it. I told that family, I said, you must watch YouTube channel because I learned it from a lady and I've talked about it on my YouTube channel. And, that's a whole lot cheaper than cat litter, people. Your house will smell a whole lot better if you use those horse pellets bedding. It smells like pine. You might can get it at another farm store, but Tractor Supply carries it. It's about, I'm guessing, $5 for a bag of those horse pellets. Mine, a big bag would last about a month or so. I got a cat box I got to clean out in the living room either tonight or tomorrow. It just depends how I feel. And I hope everybody had a new year. I haven't heard on the news how many people got arrested for drunk driving or anybody got killed or anything like that. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I haven't heard it yet. But I know a bunch of cops was working that night. I know some around me went to prison. I mean, not prison, went to the county jail because they was drunk and driving. And like I said, people, New Year's Eve is what they call amateur night. All the people that don't drink always drink on New Year's Eve. People, if you get caught for drinking and driving and maybe a wreck, that your insurance will go up. And, that's something to think about, people. Of insurance going up when you get caught for drunk driving. And I don't want to see anybody's insurance goes up because you decide to be stupid one night a year. And I fed all the outside kitty cats. They're all up there on the porch in the big dog cage with their straw and with a nice carpet, shag carpet, and a heat lamp. They don't really, the outside cats really don't like that multiple cats food. They rather eat Meow Mix or Nine Lives or something like that, but that gets expensive. And but I have fun watching videos of people who have kitty cats and doggies, how they get along with each other. Like, I saw this one video, the doggie took the kitty cats away from the mother and took care of them, I guess to give mama kitty cat a break. That does happen. But I want everybody to be good. Don't hate anyone. Stop being racist because of color, the skin, or the religion. No matter, say, like black people. You know, they're black, but their blood is red. Their blood's not black, they're red. Mine is red. Your blood is red. Hello, Hassan 2016, and welcome. And I want to say hi to Sunflower. I know the last part of her YouTube channel is Sunflower, but I can't remember the first part of what's before Sunflower. She got a good video, you know. I thought I was strict on my YouTube channel, people. She's stricter than I am. I mean, she's strict. And I want to thank you all that helped me get my subscribers up. I need to get my watch hours up. Because you all know at 500 subscribers, you need 3,000 watch hours. 1,000 subscribers, you need 4,000. I'm done over 500 subscribers, but I don't have 3,000 watch hours. Because, you know, you all people, my family, you're my family. You got your YouTube channel and you got family. You know, that's your YouTube family. And I get there someday. I get there someday. But I don't know when. I was hoping to done get modified and all that, where I have money coming in, where I can buy me a new riding lawnmower, where I live here in Indiana, southern Indiana, as they say. Man, Alexi is sleeping on my lap. Let me show you. See, there's Alexi on my lap right here. I don't know why she likes to sleep there. I didn't take my medicine today. I might take it when I get off. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. I hope nobody got lumps of cold. I talked to this kid because I know her mother for a long time. And the little kid, I don't know if that was a boy or girl, I can't remember. I slept since then. Got, I guess, one of those battery operated little cars for kids. He got something like a Lamborghini. But that's okay. Santa Claus is good. I asked that. I'm going to say it's a boy. I said, was your mommy and daddy good? I said, yes. Lord, he must be a good boy, because usually kids, when you ask them that question, said, no, mommy and daddy was bad, that means they was good, bad kids. That's what it tells me about people. I'm not a psychiatrist, but old age and being around, you 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 see things, you remember things, and that's what I like. You get wiser at your old age. You learn from your mistakes. I had a lady tell me, she agreed with me. When we was younger, we wasn't perfect. She's probably 30s, 40s, I think. I went to school with an uncle. And, we all, when we was young, we made boo-boos. We screwed up. But the older you get and the more you put your life with God, you change your ways to be good, because that's what God wants you to do, is to be good. And people, like I say, I'm single, been divorced for about 30 some odd years. I only dated once in those 30 years. And she was 55. Now she's about 60 something. But, I can't be a lady's sugar daddy. I don't have the money. If you're an honest lady and truthful, you got to be truthful. That's what makes a good relationship, you younger people. You got to be truthful. Always tell the truth to each other. Not hide anything, because that'll come back and bite you on your rear end one day. It's best to be truthful and dishonest and get a divorce or break up if you're dating. But I like to watch a bunch of YouTubes, TikTok. If I'm not on my cell phone, I'm watching it on my TV. I'm still trying to get Pepsi to sponsor me. I haven't heard nothing from Pepsi. Like Pepsi Zeros, if you go with the 24 packs, you do 4 of them with one 24 pack of Mug Root Beer Zero. Or the 36 pack of Pepsi Zero 4. Because they spend thousands and thousands of dollars advertising on TV, radio, and wherever else they advertise. They spend more than that. You know, like I said, I bought two 24 packs. I would go back and buy me two more 24 packs of Pepsi. And maybe one mug zero root beer. I'd do that. Hello, RM. Are you working tonight? Or are you on your break? And people, I've said, oh, break. Okay, thank you. And if you people in Canada, I believe Ontario, maybe been to a hospital there in Ontario, Canada. That's where RM works, in the ER, ICU, and places like that. I appreciate nurses, female and male nurses. Hello, Destiny. How you doing? Welcome back, my friend. Nurses, it takes a very special person. I tell this in all my videos, no matter if RM's not in there. And I think a nurse that works at a hospital, it takes a very, very special person to be a nurse at a hospital. In the ER, ICU, and trauma, and critical, kids, the baby. It takes a very, very important person to do that. They don't get enough thank you for the service in a hospital. Even when I had my heart attack back in 16 or 17, that I thank those nurses, especially the women I flirt with. They probably get flirted with all the time. And the men nurses probably get flirted to by all the ladies, saying, oh, those men nurses are good looking. That means they got the will to live. Just like people that got women nurses, like men. They see a good looking nurse, they want to live where they can look at those good looking people. You can even think doctors. You got men doctors and women doctors. You got truck drivers. Think a truck driver. Because a truck driver brings you your clothes, your food, your TVs, your computers. Think a truck driver. If you got a CB radio, go to channel 19 and thank them truck drivers. They don't get enough thank you for being a truck driver. Never did. I did by a few ladies, being polite, just like I am on here being polite. And that's what we all have to do. Be polite. Your mom and dad try to teach you to be polite, but there's some parents that won't teach it. To me, they're a-holes. You treat people equal, no matter what the color of the skin is or what religion they are. You treat people nice. You'd be surprised at the respect that you get back when you treat people nice. I know some of you hate cops, the police. There is some out there, it is a-holes. I admit that. But you got a whole lot of good police officers out there on this planet. Because of one bad one or two bad ones, don't blame the good ones. But the good ones should step in and stop the bad ones. But what you see, they get in trouble for reporting the bad ones. That's a fact. 'Cause I know all my YouTube family, you know police officers. There's police officers on my YouTube channel. And I won't tell you who they are. Because they're on here for a reason. They're on everybody's YouTube channel. They're looking for certain people that might be stranger danger or people who fled the country or computer hackers. They're looking for people. Oh, I just thought of, thank you, God. You people in North Carolina, I heard on the radio, it'd been on the news in North Carolina. This 18, 19-year-old kid was either going to kill somebody or going to blow them up. It was in North Carolina, I believe. 18, 19 years old, either on Christmas or New Year's Eve. That should have been on your local news station. And why people got to act silly? Let's stop the war. Let's stop the killing. Let's make peace and love on this earth. You know, let's stop fighting. Stop being a bully. Be nice to everybody. It pays off, people. It pays off when you're nice to people. You younger people, I know your dad taught your boys to hold the door open for ladies or girls. But there's something else they probably don't teach you. I've been telling you this for, I guess, 6 months or so. You younger people, when you see an old person that you consider old, that you say, hello, young man, hello, young lady, how you doing today? You'd be surprised. You make their day. You really make their day when you say hello, young lady, and hello, young man. You make their day. I've done it one time when I was up at Walmart in Scottsburg, that I said that, I don't know, she could be in her 70s or 80s. You know, I'm just guessing. I said, hello, young lady. She said, thank you. Came up and gave me a big hug. I about fell over. I wasn't suspecting that. But people, it pays to be nice to people. Because say you're in a grocery store or somewhere and you don't have the money. Maybe somebody behind you will give you a few dollars to buy what you want. It happened to me last week. No, let's see. Yeah, it happened last week. I had to look at the calendar. And my card wouldn't work. And I had to buy about a 20-pound bag of extra cat food. And that lady said she'll pay for it. And I said, God bless you, lady. And I said, God will reward you. If I had the extra money, I would do that, people. Maybe she watched my YouTube channel. I don't know. You'd be surprised how many people I run into that watches my video. They don't say they do, but you know, certain places I go, they look at you like they recognize you. Or like those horse pellets at Tractor Supply. They call it horse pellets bedding for horses to sleep on, but they smell like pine. And you use it for cat litter. Like those fast food places, you got those large cups. All you have a regular size cat box and put about 2 cups in there if you got 1 or 2 kitty cats. You know, they must have a bunch of kitty cats, or they had a bigger, a taller cat box is what I'm thinking. I buy 2 bags. And I've just opened my bag that I got last month, and I haven't used that much of it. It's cheaper than cat litter. You people got kitty cats. If you got a Tractor Supply store in your area, it's in a green and clear bag called horse pellets. It's pine scent. Maybe somebody like Orchlands or places that might carry those horse pellets bed and pine scented. And it turns into sawdust. You still can clean it out and throw it out in the flower bed, but after it gets wet, people, that'd be something good for your flower beds. Fertilize your flower beds with sawdust and your animal waste. You know, fertilize your flower beds. You'd be surprised. When I go outside, you know, if I'm out there for a while, when I open the door, I don't smell the kitty cats. That's different from cat litter. Like I say, I gotta clean the cat box out in the living room. I'll probably do it tomorrow because my back's not feeling that good. Because 44-pound bag of cat food is too heavy for me. I'm not even supposed to lift that much of cat food. And that's how come my back's hurting. I will have to take a pain pill for my arthritis, and that also will help me out with my back. Sorry about that. But I wish I had a girlfriend. No, I'm choosy. If you all been watching my YouTube channel, I'm choosy. I have to be. I've been hurt too much. I've been lied to. I got trust issues. That's how come I tell you all to be honest with each other. No matter who your mate is, you know. You have to be honest with each other to last 20 plus years of marriage. Some of them gets a divorce after 20 years when their kids turn 18 or 20. And it's one thing people forget. If the kids is in college and they're 18 and you get a divorce, you still gonna have to pay child support. So why, but I don't want your younger people to argue. You see it, your mom, you see some men and wives that's argue in front of the kids. And your kid sees it. My dad always told me, monkey sees, monkey do. And that's true. You kids sees you what you do, then they going to try it. That's exactly what will happen. They see you smoke cigarettes, they're going to do it. If they see you drugs, they're going to do it, or alcohol. But sometimes kids won't do drugs because when they see how crazy their mother or dad is. So I know a whole lot of kids like that because of what their mom and dad went through with drugs and alcohol. People, I know what alcohol would do to you. I was what they classify as a teenage alcoholic and drug addict. I started drinking and smoking marijuana at 12 years old, blotter acid maybe a couple years later, give or take a little. But I've been sober from alcohol and drugs for 25 plus years. I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. People, when I was 16 years old and bought me a case of beer, it was less than $2 a case. I'm talking about the long neck bottles or in the can. Less than $2. Look what a case of beer costs now. I couldn't afford that. I don't see how you people can afford to go out and drink and pay your bills in your budget. I don't see how you can afford it. Because I can't afford it. I cannot afford a new riding lawnmower. Couldn't afford it. But maybe somebody close to me will buy me a new riding lawnmower or a zero turn. I like to have a zero turn because that's 60 plus inches. I seen a guy that came over here, cut my yard last year. Because I let it get out of hand because I'm not able to. It took him about 15 minutes to cut an acre of ground. Maybe 18 minutes. And I usually go up in the back 40, cut a couple of swipes around the pond that's back there. The guy said I can cut it since I walk up there and I look, sit down, take my chair and sit down and look into the pond. Then I get out on the main road on the county road. I cut up by the guardrail, up and down the whole county road, up so far, then I come down the other side. Then I come back and blow the grass off the road because of the motorcycles, because it's like ice out there when you got the grass out in the road. And that's what I do to pass the time away. That's how come us old people is on YouTube to help pass the time away. You all might have ex-husbands or ex-wives, ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends. You know, it's bored. And with my age, I don't know why that person said I'm old. I never talk about dating any of those people, whoever it is. I look at later when I rewatch it and look at the comments, see who in the heck they was. You know, if you're 30 years old and you want to be treated good, you might want to look at an old man. But the survey people that I saw a week or two ago, why ain't men dating? The women they interview people, they want them to make $100,000 a year after taxes. That shows you they're after money. Money's not everything, you know. Money does help out a little bit. And, it helps out a little bit. But what money I got coming in, it's not helping me. It's paying my bills. It's paying my bills. It won't buy me a new lawnmower. It won't buy me a new computer. And you all people know people. You all know people out there. I got a 17-inch laptop. 17.3 by HP that I got in February of last year from Amazon, the third party PC Online, which Walmart uses PC Online, Target uses PC Online. And if you people don't believe me, go to your search engine, type in PC Online, and scroll down to the Better Business Bureau, the BBB, and you see hundreds of complaints on PC Online. I'm not lying to you. If I lie to you and I found out I lie about something, I come back and apologize. That's what I do. I try to be honest with your people, young and old, females and males, whatever. But did I get upset? That person said I'm too old. I don't know who it was. But it's okay. That's okay, people. I didn't ask him out on a date. I didn't give him my cell phone number. I didn't tell him where I live. I'm just being honest. Ladies, how many people you have dated or got married to that wasn't honest? Didn't treat you like a queen that you should be treated. Compromise. Saying how good looking you are. Not to argue. How many ladies that men like that you ran into? I got my ups and downs. I've been single for over 35 years. I've been divorced 35 years. Maybe 34, let's see. I see. Now, about 32 years. I'm trying to figure out in my head. And your younger kids, some of you think may become a lawyer. Well, there's two places that you can go on YouTube. One is the DUI guy, Larry Foreman out of Louisville, Kentucky. He's a DUI lawyer, driving under the influence lawyer, but he does other stuff. But that's his main field. Another lawyer YouTube channel is MG Law. He's a lawyer. And he's a pretty good lawyer. He plays on YouTube. Sometimes he plays that truck driver simulator. I would love to play it, but I don't have the computer. I don't have the stuff that you need to play with that truck driver simulator. I was told probably at least $500. But you know, it's okay. If God wants me to have it, I will. Hello. Hello, not TY. Well, I gotta bring it up closer. RL, welcome back. And some of your people that got health insurance, I think I've seen it on TV. What's that Humana, Anthem, and a bunch of more. You get a food card. You see it advertised on YouTube, TikTok, other places about food card. Say if you're, say, under 60 years old, you probably get $50. This month, you probably got $100. Say if you're my age, you get about 100 and something. And you might get over $200. But you can only use. It's done pretty good. I went out and paid my bills. I paid one on the telephone. Bought me 44-pound bag of cat food, what they call multiple cats. Bought a 20-pound bag of bird feed. Paid my electric bill. Oh, that got me this month, $200. Because it's usually around $150, $200 in the wintertime. But I think since I'm running that heat lamp outside, that's about $5 more a month to keep my kitty cats warm. And I use a heat pump. Some people, your heat pump bills is probably $500 or more. If your bills is like that, $300 or higher, and you got a heat pump, I would say the place is not well insulated. And you need to go to probably triple pane windows. Double or triple pane windows. Your house has to be well insulated. Is what you have to do. I hate walking into my bathroom to a cold floor. And one day that might change into a heater floor if I ever get rich. People, I don't know if you like me. I'm asking you people that's married or going to get married, what do you think of having carpet in the bedroom and in the hallways? You know, that's the only places in the bathroom. I'm not in the bathroom, in the bedrooms and the hallway. Maybe the living room. That way it won't be cold unless when you build a house, you have that the heat in your floor. But you see it on TV how they do that. I don't think I'm going to be on here as long as I have the last couple of nights. You know, Christmas, my birthday, New Year's. I think New Year's Eve I was on 2 to 3 hours that day. And people, God and me's asking you to help me get my watch hours up. You know, I need about 3,000 watch hours for 500, but I'm over 500. So let's try to get my 4,000 watch hours up. Well, I'd be satisfied with 3,000 watch hours. You know, I still can get super chats. But I've seen people on YouTube. They scam people. Like down there in Florida, Turtle Lady in Otters Creek have lied to people. And, just to get money. To pay her attorney fees, and she used it to file bankruptcy, this and that. I think she got over $100,000 in the last couple of years. She's a liar, a pole dancer, and all this. And I try to be honest. I know another YouTuber. Her name's Lisa. She's a drug addict. Always asking money to buy cigarettes and food. She lost her kids. She lost her apartment. That's when people, if you don't stop your drug abuse, your kids should be number one. They should be number one. The Child Protective Service took the kids away from this Lisa because she likes to do drugs. And people, you have to stop. You got to have the willpower to stop abusing drugs and alcohol. The only drugs I take is what the doctors prescribe for my diabetes, my arthritis, my blood pressure, my cholesterol, and stuff like that. And that's, I can't, when I was taking a bath tonight, soaking my back, because that's how bad it was hurting. I had to soak in that hot water. That's the bad part about wintertime, people. Unless you got a tankless heater. Then you can set the temperature about 190, 200. And because in the wintertime, your water line's about 2 or 3 feet under the ground. It does get cold. It does get cold. Your water's not as hot as it is in the summertime. Look, look at the Amish people. They heat their house with a kitchen stove and a wood stove. They heat the water. They put a big gallon metal container with water, put that on top of the wood stove where they can maybe wash dishes or take a sponge bath, you know. And another thing, people, if you got Amish people around you, you might can find books about Amish, the food they can, or the medicine that they make from what they have on their property. Home remedies is what they call it. And it does work. You know. I don't know what Mustapax works or not. I don't know why my grandma and my mom always put a Mustapac on my chest. I guess, you all can figure that out. I feel better tonight than what I did last night because if you saw it, I was sitting on the edge of my bed and I kind of rocked back and forth. I was dizzy. I thought I was going to fall flat on my face. I checked my sugar. It was okay. My blood pressure was okay, but something was out of whack. Something was out of whack. I don't know what. But something was out of whack. No. No. But people, if I had a girlfriend that lived with me, she could give me a back massage or shoulders. And that would help out. I got one of those, what you call it, dum-dums. I got one of those dum-dums. What is that, strawberry? They don't say what it is. Mystery Pop, I guess. But they make root beer anymore. And these dum-dums. So they make root beer. I can't find anything with root beer and grape, cherry, stuff like that. Wonder why. Knowing I need that like I need a hole in the head because of my diabetes, but I gotta have sweets every once in a while. I gotta have it. It's 112 people my sugar count is. Whoa. Let's see what it's been. At 10 o'clock, people, it was 91. And at 9 9/19. It was 86. So to me, that's pretty good. You know. So far in the past 7 days, my average is 106. Time in my target range. I'm in the 100% category. I say that's pretty good, people. My low glucose is 0 for the last 7 days. See, I used to have it on my telephone. Since I got iPhone, people, I'm going back to Android phone. And because Android phones, you can clean each app out. On the iPhone, you have to pay for it. So iPhone people is going to lose me. They're going to lose me. Just because the apps that I need, and they tell you, well, it's free. You download it, it's not free. It's free to download, but to use it, you have to pay for it. And I'm not going to do it for iPhone. But iPhone's going to lose me. But iPhones, what they should do in their software on those new iPhones, have it where you have that app on there that you can clean your cache out of each app and hit you know what I'm talking about. They need to add that to it. Free of charge. But iPhone, Apple, they lost me because of that. Buying extra iCloud storage, that's a waste of time. That's when I found out. I got reading about this and that. It don't work. You don't work. It does not work. If you can clean your cache out of each app, like say Facebook or X or YouTube or your games, where you can clean the cache and all that, like Android does. I'm going back to Android. Sometime this year, I'm going to be switching back to Android when I'm down by that cell phone company and see what they got. I'm not going to buy another 64. I'm going to buy 128 or 512. I don't think AT&T and Cricket carries anything that high. Verizon does, but Verizon, when I got on this phone, Verizon wants $80 a month for what I got on my phone, where I pay about $50 a month. Or you count the insurance, about $58 a month with the insurance. And it just don't work, people. Apple, if you want to sell more iPhones, you need to put those apps that you clean your cash out of each app, this and that. I can't afford what you all asking for it. You know, on the Android phone, I know where to go, and it's free. But you all on Apple want to charge me and charge other people. I got this phone cheap. It was on sale. I made payments on it, but I'm not going to make any more payments. I'm not going. This is my last iPhone, Apple, because I can't clean my cash out of all my apps I got on the phone. I deleted my apps, and I still got the same problem. That was a stupid mistake, people. That is stupid. But there is a phone, I think it comes from China. I think it's China. It's like an iPhone 17, but it's an Android phone. And so far, you can't get it here in the United States. So I would love to have it. That's about American price is about around $500 or $600 for that China telephone. I don't know what kind of cell service they use over in China. Don't know if it's AT&T, Cricket, Sprint, or what cell they use in that area. You know, that's the bad part about it. Betty Ann, 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 how you doing? Betty Ann, Betty Ann, Betty Ann. Or what's that song? Mary Lou, Mary Lou, or something like it. But I think I changed it to Betty Ann, Betty Ann, Betty Ann, how you doing? Or like, there's a couple of songs back in the 50s. Tell Laura I love her. You know, this is, he died in this song in a car race, driving around the track. Tell Laura I love her. See, I can't sing. Like I say, people, the songs that I grew up with, some of them's love songs, or another one, Tell Tommy I love him, or I forget. I know there's something with Tom in it back in the 50s and 60s. And that's an old song. Especially You Tell Laura I Love Her. You can look it up, guys. And if you got a girlfriend or wife, you can tell Laura I love her, take that out, maybe put your wife's name in it and sing it to her. Or vice versa. You know, that's just something to do, people. I probably go in the kitchen, get up in the freezer, take my sausage out of the freezer and put them in the microwave. Have me some sausage tonight. I did buy me some eggs. I might eat eggs for breakfast tomorrow and sausage. I just have to wait and see. It's Saturday. And people know tomorrow's Saturday, I ain't going to the sale barn. It's just too cold for this old man. People, I set every time I get in my car, I set my trip mileage to 0. When I parked it after paying my bills, I went 70 miles today. And I'm wore out. You know, my backs are hurting. No, it's nothing back, people. When I was driving the 18-wheeler 5 to 1,000 miles a day, you know, in the 18-wheeler, that's nothing. Today, there's no way I could do that. It'd be impossible. And it'd just be impossible for this old man. It'd just be hard. You know. Let's see if I can go back and find that idiot. Oh, that's true. TRU 6-7. Shut up, old man. I'm out of here. That's at TRU 6-7. I'm going to have to look that person's YouTube up sometime tomorrow. If the kitty cats lets me sleep. I'm hoping they let me sleep. You know, I got to fill the bird feeder up tomorrow. I got to bring that other 44-pound bag of cat food in. I got to clean the cat box out in the living room. I got a busy day tomorrow. But I know some of you people on YouTube was going to send something to my mailbox. Somebody else said they were going to send me something, which, you know, I haven't got nothing yet. I don't know if they was lying to me or what. But maybe I run into somebody where I can get me a new computer. I'm looking at a desktop computer, people. Is one I'm looking at. Because I can change the hard drive. I can change the graphics card. I can, RAM. I can do all of it. As I told you. You can go to YouTube, people. If you don't believe me, Tech TV and Screensavers. Tech TV and Screensavers, Leo Laporte or something like that. They teach you how to build a desktop computer from the ground up. You know, the motherboard, this and that, the hard drive, the RAM, the power supply, everything you need in your disk drives and all that back in those days. You know, that's what I did to my Dell computer. I might look at a Dell computer and see, but what I'm looking at, they're a little bit too high on the desktop because you got the monitor and the keyboard, the mouse, but I'm looking more like a gaming computer, like 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, plenty of RAM. You know, that's what I'm looking into. You know, a desktop would be better. I would have to buy me a bigger TV that, like I got in here, to use as a monitor. There ain't no way I can have a computer in here. Well, so, but people, you can go back in my description and you see my post office box, my PayPal account, my Cash App. You can send gift cards to the post office box to help my kitty cats out, or T-shirts with maybe kitty cats, you know, something that you like. And stuff for my kitty cats. And you can send a cashier's check for maybe a new computer, because I would have to leave it in the bank. You can look at Best Buy, people. Look at what they call a gaming computer. You know, one 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, and plenty of RAM. You all know what kind of graphics card. You know, then you can look and see. Well, I want to say hi to all your Foxy ladies, Betty Ann, Lisa, Kelly, Robin, uh, um, Debbie, Carol. Man, I can't think of, man, that's one, hey, I can't be on my cell phone and look. Keith, but I can't think of her first name. Brenda, Shelley, I can't remember. I'm going to have to write all these things down where I can give you all credit that you all deserve, all your Foxy ladies. Brandy, Debbie, Betty Ann, Lisa, Kelly. There's a bunch of more I got on the tip of my tongue. And Carol, Janice, Rita's, people. I'll let you all have a good weekend. This is Friday night. I want you all have a good weekend, no matter where you're at on the planet. And I want to thank all the new subscribers and all the people are helping me get my watch hours up. And I want to thank you all very much. Like I say, I came across an HP computer keyboard today. I was at a place, they had this keyboard. I happened to look down, like God said, look down at the garbage can. And I saw that. I asked so-and-so, is there anything wrong with it? No, I said, can I take it? He said, yeah, you can take it. It'd be nice if it had a desktop in there. No such luck. But that's okay. I get lucky. I'd be in the right place one time. I would get lucky. When, I don't know. So where's my remote control where I can see what time it is? Lord have mercy. About 11:15, I'm guessing. So people, I'll catch you later. Thank you, my YouTube people, my family. Thank you for talking to me in the chat. Help pass the time away. Even your young ladies that might live close to me, within 50 miles. You get to know me. You get to know everything I talk about. So, I love you all. I'm going in there and fix me some sausage. And come back in here and sit down. Maybe watch YouTube on TV. Yeah, I forgot. It's Jimmy Kimmel tonight. I can't forget that. You people in Canada, I think these girls that was on Jimmy Kimmel's show last night, they was twins. Boy, they was cute. Would I date a twin? I don't know. I don't know. People, everybody on this planet, your people here on YouTube, you got a twin out there somewhere that looks like you. Somewhere on this planet. You know. Hello, LM. What are you doing? You know. People, I even got a twin out there. Trying to stay out of trouble, trying to relax after making about 60, 70. I don't lie. I'm always telling the truth. If I'm lying, God would kill me. And I try to be honest with you all. Aaron, hello, Aaron. Like I see, Aaron, you see I don't put up with no bullcrap. You always got your trolls in here causing problems. And I don't put up with that bullcrap. Ferdinando Hernandez. Hi, my friend. Welcome, Aaron. Well, it's supposed to be 42 degrees tomorrow, but it's supposed to get down to about 26 tonight. Sunday, it's supposed to be 41. It could change by the time tomorrow gets here, people. It'll surprise you, you know. And they said it's supposed to warm up next week. I don't depend on the weather. When my arthritis or my knees hurt, I know what it's going to do. That's what old people says. So, since this is Friday night, some of you still playing with, fooling with what you got for Christmas. So, people, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. And I'm going there and fix me about 4 round sausage, like patties, and eat them for tonight. So, I love you all. Thank you, my YouTube channel. You're welcome back anytime, people. So, people, the rules of the channel: no arguing, no lying, no sexual harassment, no hate crimes. You don't put people down. And people, even my moderators won't put up with your bull crap because they believe the same way I do. So I want to say bye to all you foxy ladies and all you sweet family. My grandson wasn't on here tonight. That's okay. He takes care of his other grandpa where he lives in Canada. That's bad when you got family who lives in Canada you can't go see. So I love you all. You all have sweet dreams. Just be nice. Be polite. God loves you all. Good night.